Good afternoon and welcome to Tafa Balewa Cricket Oval. Venue for the Division 2 competition, their own version of the Super 6. Howzat Pioneers Cricket Club, one of the famous cricket clubs that has produced talent, versus Ibadan Metropolitan Cricket Club, who at some point in time were playing their cricket in Division 1, and we are into the final over. Looks like they want to go for 2, and yes, they make it. Ayinde Oladimeji, top batter for the side, and of course Peter Regan, 124 for loss of 4 wickets. And for Ibadan Metropolitan Cricket Club to win, they need 125 runs in 20 overs or less. 127, I beg your pardon, for them to clinch victory. Our 2 umpires for today, umpire Taiwo Ladunjoye and Sukomi Odedele. The ground staff are heading to the tough wicket to prepare that surface for the second innings. Ibadan Metropolitan Club need 127 runs to win. And quickly, the batting scorecard: Ayinde Oladimeji, 54 runs in 51 balls not out, which included 4 fours and a strike rate of 105.88. Joseph Onoshagbe faced 6 balls, scored 4 runs. Olumide Ajao faced 26 balls and was able to notch up 19 runs, which included 2 fours. Samuel Victor, second top batter, 28 balls faced and 34 runs on board, 3 fours, strike rate of 121.43. Dayo Lawal, the wicket keeper, faced 9 balls and scored 7 runs. And Peter Aregan faced 2 balls, scored 1 run. The bowling scorecard: Ibadan Metropolitan Cricket Club, Olumide Akintokun, 4 overs, 8 dot balls, 25 runs, no wicket, 6.25 economic rate. Ayodele Daniel, 4 overs, 13 dot balls, 20 runs, 2 wickets, 5.00 economic rate. Precious Ayeni, 4 overs, 9 dot balls, 27 runs conceded, 1 wicket, 6.75 economic rate. Emmanuel Odadejo, 4 overs, 14 runs, 18 runs, 14 dot balls, and an economic rate of 4.50. David Babalola, 3 overs, 6 dot balls, 24 runs, 1 wicket, 8.00 economic rate. Theophilus Iliru Roma, 1 over, 1 dot ball, 9 runs, no wickets, 9.00 economic rate. And the fall of wickets: the first wicket fell when they were on 8 runs, the second wicket fell when they were on 56 runs, the third wicket fell on 73, fourth wicket fell on 83, and the last wicket fell on 121 runs. They had 7 extras, and the total runs they scored was 126 for loss of 4 wickets. We'll be back for the entertaining second innings.
And the match summary show. Good afternoon. This is Abayomi. And the match summary is Ayinde Oladimeji, top scoring, not out, 54. of 51 balls. Samuel Victor, 34 of 28 balls. Olumide Ajao, 19 of 26. And Ayodele Daniel for the bowling has 2 wickets, 20 runs, 4 overs. Precious Ayeni, 1 wicket, 27 runs, 4 overs. And David Babalola, 1 wicket, 24 runs, 3 overs. We'll be back for the full commentary of the second innings as Ibadan Metropolitan Cricket Club requires 127 runs in 20 overs. All right then, welcome back to the second innings. It's Ibadan Metropolitan Cricket Club against Pioneers Cricket Club, and it's the second innings of the game as IMCC will be looking to chase down 127 in 120 balls. And opening the batting for IMCC is Benga Balele and David Joshua, and opening the bowling is Abdulaziz Okpeyemi is the opening bowler for drop catch there by the wicket keeper Dayo Lawal. He had the opportunity to take the first wicket, but it was a drop catch. That's a white ball. These two teams, IMCC as they're popularly called and Howzat Pioneers, are the only two teams representing the Nigerian side in the Super 6 format of the Division 2. They have other teams like Lagos Tamil Super Kings, MRI Warriors, Lagos Rangers Cricket Club, and Lagos Asians Cricket Club are the other four teams in the Super 4 of the Division 2. Straight on the ground. No run considered. The Division 2 side, or the Division 2 arm of the Super League, has 9 teams slugging it out. And the way the Division 2 is, the top 2 teams of the Super 6 in Division 2 will be playing in Division 1 next season. That's the 2024-2025 season. That should be a wide ball and a single. That's what the two batters have just done. Played off the back foot straight towards third man. And just a single will be taken. Two balls left to be bowled in the first over. Good bowling, keeping it slow. Showing the batter doesn't have a response to that. Very last ball of the over. White ball signal there by the umpire Taiwo Oladunjoye. And a lot of discussion are happening in the center, in which Taiwo Bakari is also there. Peter Aregan is the captain of the side for Pioneers Cricket Club. Off the back foot. A single will be taken to end the over. And after the first over, it's 6 runs on the board. Quickly, let's run you through the first 11 of both sides. And for Pioneers, we have Peter Aregan, Abdul Razak, Abdul Aziz Opeyemi, Abdul Ganiu Abdullahi, Ayinde Oladimeji, Dayo Lawal, Emeka Okoli, Ogbomudia Eweka, Olumide Ajawo, Onashegbe Joseph, Samuel Victor, Taiwo Hassan Bakari, and Selim Mogaji Akorede. For Ibadan Metropolitans, we have Alex, we have Ayodele Daniel, Daniel Joseph, David Babalola, Emmanuel Oladejo, Benga Balele, Olumide Akintoku, Oresonya Femi, Precious Ayeni, Theophilus Ileroma, Wale Odukoya, and Clement Kehinde is their 12th man for IMCC's second over. Coming from the Court of Appeal end is Ogbemudia Eweke. Lovely ball in there by the bowler, keeping it on the first stump line, ensuring that the batter doesn't have a response to the ball. That should definitely be a wide ball. That's a wide ball signal there by the umpire outside the off stump line. Is that another wide? Signaled by the umpire, Sukomi Odedele. And let's quickly see if we could get the point table up. And there you have it. That's the point table. MRI are still currently top of the table. Good comeback there by Ogbemudia, keeping it on the first stump. Well bowled by the boy, young lad, putting on jersey number 67. Ensuring that the ball is kept on the first stump. If he can do that all day, Balele and Daniel Joseph might find it difficult to even go at him. 3 balls left in the second over. That's definitely a wide ball. That's definitely a wide ball. These extras might eventually become costly for Pioneers Cricket Club if it keeps piling up. Another wide. 4 wides already bowled in this over. Not the way Pioneers will be looking at it. The current run rate is 6.03 and they're currently at 6.38. What they require now is 117 of 111 balls. IMCC will be happy with the way things are going. Now he comes back well, keeping it full, keeping it straight, with 2 balls left to be bowled in the second over. That should be another wide. These extras are just piling up. They just keep coming up. IMCC will be glad with what Pioneers is doing of these extras.
Thank you very much, Abayomi, for the amazing job done so far. What a cracking game we have here. Howzat Pioneers Cricket Club versus Ibadan Metropolitan Cricket Club. The man at the sleeves putting on jersey number 77. Olumide Grace Ajao playing against his former employers. $127 is what is required if Ibadan Metropolitan Cricket Club wants to claim victory. But I'm sure Howzat Pioneers to be saying to themselves, we need to ensure that they don't get up to this. 11 runs after 2 overs. They need 116 runs in 108 balls. These almost have the same semblance with what happened early this morning, where GCI scored 129 runs and Federal Government College Warri Old Student Cricket Club achieved that feat with 5 wickets at hand. There was no way that one would be an appeal that umpire Taiwo Ladunjoye will be interested in. And according to my colleague Bayami Ayonisi, and based on what is before us, the extras are killing. 10 extras in 2 overs, totally unacceptable from their 2 bowlers. Oh, eventually gets it right, and even when he got the wicket, he was cross with himself that I should be doing better. Abdulaziz Okpeyemi eventually gets the wicket.
He took the wicket of Daniel Joseph, and I think Pioneers Cricket Club needs to understand that the more this extras pile up, the more it's going to be costly to his side. That's Peter Aregan. They need to find a way to cut off these extras, because the more the extras, it's just like you're
the extras are sickening. The extras are totally unacceptable. So, logically speaking now, if you are giving 5 extras in 1 over, it means that if you do this consistently, in 20 overs, you give 100 runs. That is off the bat. Then when they now contribute with the bat, then this team will comfortably win today's game.
Just looking at the scorecard, Shehu, they have only put up a total of 12 runs for the loss of 1 wicket. 10 extras. Just 2 runs played off the bat.
The man who even lost his wicket had lot of dot balls. Too many dot balls. You know, as compared to what he scored with his bat. But let's see what the new batter will bring to the table. Wale Odukoya. Benga Babale is an experienced batter, but he's not bringing that experience to the fore based on the number of balls he has faced and the number of runs he has scored. They are not commensurate at all.
Exactly, Sean. You're 100% right. And Pioneers will be hoping that he just keeps playing the way they hope he would be playing. But his team, IMCC, will be looking otherwise because they know he needs to find a way to get his rhythm and he needs to be in form for his side. Oh, appeal for LBW. The fingers are up. And that's the second wicket in just 2 balls. 12 for 2 after 2.2 overs. Pioneers seems to be very happy at this point. You could look at the jubilation and you can see the way the team is celebrating. They knew how important taking that wicket is for them, putting the pressure back onto Ibadan Metropolitan Cricket Club.
Just as he walked in, he walked out, and that was a golden duck from Odukoya. Didn't really have much time in the batting crease. The moment where you hit as a batter, and in local parlance, like they say, Boshelo Loshebo, which meant the way he walked in was how he came out, or the way he went was how he came back.
New into the crease is Oresoya Femi. IMCC, they will be looking to ensure that they put up that form they had against the team they played last week, in which they scored over 100. But now they are playing against a side that is looking to return back into Division 1 tier of the Club Cricket Committee Lagos League. IMCC played against LTSK last weekend, in which IMCC had 128 for 3 in 20 overs. LTSK was only able to manage 64 for 10. Now, Pioneers, on the other hand, put up 126 for 4. Now, it is already 12 for 2. IMCC needs to find their groove and their bearing back if they are going to, in any way, have a chance of winning this game. New batter in, Oresoya Femi. Abdurazak Okbayemi on an hat-trick. Can he make it 3 out of 3? An hat-trick ball, Oresoya against Abdurazak Okbayemi. Is that a wide? Not a wide. Is that a dot? Yes, it is. 3 balls already bowled. Current run rate is 4.80. Required run rate is 6.57. That's definitely going to be a wide ball. A signal there by the umpire, Taiwo Oladunjoye.
Oresanwo Femi Benga Babale Balale need to form a partnership, but not just a partnership, but a partnership that will put runs on board. A swing and a miss from Oresanwo off the bowling of Abdulaziz Okpeyemi. He had a good second over where he got 2 wickets.
Two balls left to be bowled in this over.
You know, sometimes we are tempted to say 2 good balls. Because
Exactly.
if he bowls a bad ball, you
It's
see
too
what?
bad. It's too good.
That means he still has to bowl those good balls.
2 good balls, yes.
Yeah.
The right word should have been 2 good balls left to be bowled. And that's why it's 2 balls two good balls left in the third over, and I must say Pioneer's innings seems to be a little bit slow because at this point we should be bowling the first over. Played quietly towards third man. And they'll go for just a single. Last ball, 113 needed.
The rare privilege of Division 2 teams having an opportunity to play at the prestigious Tafawa Balewa Cricket Oval is always a delight to see. Breaking communication, Benga and Femi, but they survive a scare, and that has brought us to the end of the third over. They need 1-1-12 in 102 balls, achievable, doable, but what is required is 6.59, but what they are currently doing is nothing to exude any confidence about.
Just before we, I think that's not what the director wanted to show us. He wanted to show us the partnership in the first innings. You could see Ayinde, who scored 50, who scored
Yeah,
50, I think 58 or
53
so.
or
53
thereabout.
or thereabout. You could see he built the partnership right from the beginning and to that hamstring he had, and then he came back and he kept on batting off through for his side. Now the partnership for IMCC just seems a little bit alarming. The only partnership they've had is between Balele and Daniel Joseph. So IMCC might be hoping that this two stays there and give them that partnership they need. Ogumenike is back again to the attack from the Court of Appeal end. The first ball he bowled, not that a bad ball, a good ball actually, but it was just on the leg side. The batter couldn't take advantage of it.
A waker. Can they take advantage? But that was very risky. That was a bit risky, but eventually they achieved their goal of taking two. Oh, better bowling there from Ogbemudia. A waker coming from the Court of Appeal end. Oh, lovely shot. One bounce for any day, anytime. Good batting there from Oresonwo. He understands the brief, and the brief is when we continue to dot balls, the more pressure we pile on ourselves. We need to score boundaries. Good stop there from Captain Peter Regan. Dead ball. Umpire Sukomi is not interested in the appeal from Eweka, and that has brought us to the end of the fourth over, 21-2. They need to jack up the run rate, especially Benga, who is here to hit the ground running. He has faced 12 balls and has scored just 1 run. Absolutely terrible. They require 106 runs in 96 balls. Their current run rate is 5.25, and what they require is 6.53. Benga doing what is required. But a lot more needs to be done. Appeal by the wicketkeeper, Oladayo. But what Taiwo is interested in is, let's continue with this game. They take 1 run. Oh, better bowling there from Taiwo Hassan Bakare into his first over, coming from the pavilion end. Has bowled 3 balls and considered just 4 balls, I beg your pardon. We're currently in the 5th over. The chase is on for IMCC. They require 127 runs if there's any hope of winning. But Taiwo Bakare, vastly experienced bowler, ensuring that the task of winning continue to be a daunting one for IMCC. And after 5 overs, 24-2, it has to be clearly stated that IMCC are not taking full advantage of the power play. The last over for us to end the power play.
IMCC needs to understand that 103 in 90 balls is a very huge tax. If they continue to play at this rate, as the current run rate is 4.80, they require 6.67. They need to find a way just to hit back to that run rate that is required if they're going to have any chance of winning this game.
Instruction needs to be passed on to Benga, most especially. He's the more experienced batter, but here is a swing and a miss. Emeka Okolie into his first over, coming from the Court of Appeal end.
14 extras already bowled. This is very
It's criminal. This is criminal. I say it without sense of modesty.
A team who put up 126 runs, bowling 14 extras in the power play, is really not. It's really appealing and applauding for their side. They need to find a way to cut off those extras before the game ends. If not, it might hunt them to the end of the innings.
Benga is not running and is not really contributing with the bat. I think somebody needs to go and tell him that, excuse me, this is not a 50 overs game. It's a 20 overs game, not even a test cricket where you have all the day and all the time to spend in the batting crease.
Exactly, Sean, you're definitely right. They need to take those doubles rather than take those singles, because this might eventually pile up. Just a simple push towards backward of points for a single. Oresanwo is just gradually building himself into his innings, and we very well know that Oresanwo, who hails from Oyo State, is a very dangerous batter once he settles in.
He's doing justice to the ball as compared to Balale. But then Oresanwo also is on 50% strike rate. He needs to improve. He came in and started like an house on fire, but he seems to go down on what he's supposed to do.
I need to understand what the wicketkeeper is appealing for. The balls were not hitting the bat, neither were they hitting the pads. He's just appealing, and the umpire keeps declining his appeal. And in person of Dayo Lawal.
And to think that the person batting also, the striker, is also a wicketkeeper,
Exactly.
and the wicketkeeper for IMCC. I just hope this will not prove too costly for IMCC at the long run. Don't forget that the game Ibeju defeated GCI in the Super 6 of the Division 1 fixture. One of the Achilles heel of GCI was the fact that they dotted too many balls. We also saw the same happen when Island Titans Cricket Club played against Government College Ibadan Old Boys Cricket Club. Nazim Sheikh dotting so many balls, and some of the teammates dotting balls, and that pile pressure on Team Island Titans. No team dots balls and gets to win. The whole idea is you have to score runs. Failure to score runs means that there's going to be a multiplier effect on the team for the following over. If what was required at the initial stage was a particular number, the more you dot the balls, the more those numbers get to increase.
IMCC will be wary of that. They know they need to jack that up, as the current run rate is 4.50. Required now has risen to 7.34. Straight towards point. Ajawo Lumide wasn't quick on his feet to actually take a run out chance. He had a 50-50 chance in taking that run out, but he was just a little bit slow in picking it up, and that went for a single.
Taiwo Bakari Hassan into his second over.
Good piece of fielding there by Dimeji at point, not allowing the batters to go for a single.
I'm just ruminating in my head and asking a question when Benga will start.
I need to understand, there was a run-out chance there. You can see what the bowler was telling him. Take the shy. You had a chance to take that run-out, though there was no backup. And the bowler was telling the fielder, take the chance. He had just one wicket. And right in front of us at the comms box was the captain of the side, Peter Aregan, who had to back up. But I don't actually believe
it was going to be a difficult. I much as I want to criticize the fielder, the end that was the surest for that run out chance to happen was the bowler's end, but the bowler wasn't even available at his own end. This looks like a foul. Effort in futility. So what I'm saying basically was that the person who was supposed to back up that fielder in person of Taiwo Bakari wasn't close to the stumps, and if he had thrown that ball looking for that direct hit, he was looking at it that just in case I mistime the wicket, who is there to back up so that there are no extra runs, because they would have told him one run would have been better than you giving them maybe 2 extra runs. I know Benga was slow and sloppy in getting into his crease, and the opportunity was there.
Full straight on the ground, run out chance at the bowler's end. That's a lovely piece of fielding.
Absolutely brilliant fielding. Brilliant fielding. 33 for 2, 6.5. A swing and a miss.
That's the end of the 7th over. It's 33 for 2. 94 needed in 78 balls. Current run rate is 4.71. Required now is 7.32. Taiwo Bakari has done 2 overs, only considered 8 runs. Chen, if you could quickly run us through the format of the Division 2 and what is required for promotion into the Division 1 tier, and what is required also for the demotion from Division 1 to Division 2 of the Club Cricket Committee, Lagos Cricket League.
Yeah, about me, if my memory serves me right, I know 2 teams would definitely go down, and 2, yes, would join again. At some point in time, we saw this team, IMCC, play in Division 1 when they gained promotion. You know, the last time out, LACC went down to join them. So we have 2 going down in Division 1, and 2 would definitely replace them coming from Division 2.
And talking about demotion, if that's the right, oh, lovely shot there, square court, straight towards extra covers. Can they go for 2? Run out chance at the bowler's end. I think Pioneers needs to understand they've had 3 run out chances in this game, and they are just misusing them talking about demotion, the two teams who are demoted from Division 1 were the two teams who actually qualified from Division 2 to Division 1. Talking about United Cricket Club and Munda Boys Cricket Club. Both teams have come back again to Division 2. Lovely square court again, back towards extra covers, but this time they'll just go for a single.
I begin to wonder what the strategy of IMCC is. I mean, the captain and then the bench. Benga is not contributing. Femi wants to run, but limited by Benga's inability to run, and that was a wide ball. Something needs to be done about that.
Something needs to be done. They need to understand if Benga needs to start taking charge, he needs to start running. If not, this might cost a side. Lovely shot on the onside. This definitely should be 2 runs. If you're taking the first one this slow, Panias will be happy with it despite what is happening. The batter needs to get out of his shell. He doesn't need to keep running this casual, because if he keeps going at this casual, it's either he's trying to strike the ball. Look at the balls he has faced. He has faced 24 balls and only scored 7 runs. Oresonwo, on the other hand, is contributing really hard. He has faced 20 balls now and scored 17 runs. But the runs on the total board is what that matters. That single will take IMCC to 40 for 2 in 7.5 overs. Spaniards will be happy with it because the run rates will keep jacking up, as it's now 87 needed in 73 balls. On the ground, Dimeji, who was at shot mid-wicket, stops that from going for a single to end the 8th over. 40 for 2. Binga Balele is 7 of 25 and Oresonwo Femi is 17 of 20 balls. Taiwo Bakari will be back again into the attack from the pavilion end. This change of bowling for Pioneers Cricket Club has really helped them in ensuring that the run rate keeps dropping all the time. On the leg side, a single taken to the Bella's end for just a single.
8.1 overs, 41 for 2. They require 86 in 71 balls.
Shehu, Balele needs to understand that the more dot balls he has, the more pressure he puts on the bench of the batters of IMCC. Shehu, 26 balls he has faced. He has only scored 7 runs.
I hint this on the captain and on the senior players in this team who are not, going in to give instruction. Yes.
That was a lovely catch. He fumbled at first, kept his balance, and he took that catch. And finally, Balele would depart for just scoring 7 runs.
He should not be distraught with himself. I am very delighted about his wicket. He was going to hamper the progress of the team. He was not scoring runs. He was dotting balls, and I'm surprised why he's disappointed with his wicket. I'm sure the team is happy that he has lost his wicket, because if you are not contributing, then it means you are putting pressure on this team. So let's see what the new batter will go in to go and do. There's no point hiding feelings. He failed to contribute. He failed to add his quota. And let's see what this new set of batters will do. Oresanwo Femi 21 balls faced and has scored 18 runs. And in comes Alex Ihewokeleme. And just limit it as Alex for short.
Just a single there on the onside. What a way to start by Alex.
He understands the brief. He knows what he's supposed to go and do. There are no room for dotting of balls. You have to put pressure on the fielding side. You need to score runs. And I'm sure these two are quick. And they'll be running as fast as possible using their feet.
The very last ball to be bowled of the 9th over.
And that will definitely bring us to 9th over. And meaning that we have 11 more overs to go. Taiwo Hassan Bakari. Oh, lovely shot. Can they go for two? Yes, they want to take him on. But Alex says no. We can't go for two.
What a way to end the over, as it's just 9 overs gone, 43 for 3. Required run rate has now quietly reduced to 7.64, but it's 84 needed in 66 balls. Who will be bowling the 10th over of today's game? Peter Regan putting on jersey number 12, walking into our frame. I think he's trying to speak to the bowler. Having a change of bowling. Jersey number 98 is a new bowler. Victor is the new bowler. He's from Benin. He hails from Benin. Plays for No Limits Cricket Club.
He had a good first innings with the bat.
He'll be looking to replicate that with the ball.
Victor Samuel.
Now, the way it is, there are 6 teams also in Division 2 that are trying to struggle to qualify for the top 2 slots to get into Division 1. Those 2 teams, apart from the 2 teams we're seeing here today, Ibadan Metropolitan Cricket Club up in the air. Ajao Boris was so sloppy. It started run out, yes, but he was just lucky to still get that run out. But I must tell you that he was quite sloppy. That was a catch to be taken. He was a little bit absent-minded when the ball was being played. The team had to scream at him. He took up, he dropped the catch, but he was able to quickly recover, straight to the wicketkeeper. He was quite lucky that the batter did take the first run fast.
Yeah, he made up for that sloppy fielding of his by ensuring that eventually the wicket of Oresanwo will not be gotten, but in place of Oresanwo's wicket who hit the ball up, it will be that of Alex. And Alex is gone. What a way to go without facing too many balls and scoring too many runs.
It's 93 for 4 after 9.1 overs.
What an over Samuel Victor is having. And the man who just came in is going out almost immediately.
We're just trying to confirm the new batter that just came out. David Babalola was the batter. An hat-trick ball was being bowled. Well, it's going to be an hat-trick ball after this, because that was a lovely bowling there by Samuel Victor. Second ball of the over, a wicket. Pioneers have found a way to get back into this game. And the new batter will be taken into the center for Ibadan Metropolitan's Cricket Club. Oh, I think that was... A new batter in. Oladejo Emmanuel, 2 wickets already in just 2 balls, Sheil.
Samuel is gone in for an hat-trick.
Can he get it?
Will he get it?
It's just this ball. So unfortunate. Pulled it full, but there was not threatening the stumps. But I must say, it's actually a good balls. He has bowled 3 good balls, 3 dot balls technically, which are 2 wickets in.
Rashid.
IMCC gradually picking themselves back up. We sincerely apologize for that little break. IMCC gradually picking themselves back up as Emmanuel Oladejo is 1 of 5 and Oresonwo Femi is 26 of not 29 balls. Oresonwo currently facing. Another dot ball. A little bit of a change of fielding right now. Pushed for just a single, and they will take that single comfortably. Oresonwo is taking charge at this point. That's one batter that Howzat Pioneers needs to be wary of. 73 required in 52 balls now. On the onside to a square leg. Misfields will give the batter another chance to go for a second. These batters are beginning to settle in a little, most especially Oresonwo Femi. 56 for 5, 11.3 overs. Trying to go big. Can they take an advantage? The bowler should have taken the ball first rather than appeal. And the batters just sneaking a single there, because that fell into the deaf ears of the umpire, Sukomi Odedele. Lovely shots there by Oresonwo, flicking that towards the leg side, and they're going to come back for the second run. This man is so much in sync. He's trying to take apart the bowling of Pioneers Cricket Club. Samuel Victor, who had a very good spell in the first over, now has conceded 6 runs already. In just 1.5 overs, he has conceded 9 runs and 1 wicket to his credit. Full, trying to appeal for LBW, but they would take a single. And that run would get us to the end of the 12th over. Now, what is required for Ibadan Metropolitan Cricket Club to win this game? After 12 overs, IMCC, as they're popularly called, require 67 runs in 48 balls. This looks very much doable for IMCC. They just need 1 over to take apart a particular bowler. And who would that bowler be? Jersey number 34 will be coming to bowl from the pavilion end for Pioneers Cricket Club. Emeka Okoli is coming to bowl his third over. He has only conceded 10 runs, still in search of his wicket. Can he break this partnership of Ore Sowofemi, who has 30 of 33 balls? On the ground straight, that should go for a single. They are looking to go for the second one. But good fielding there by the... Oh no, a second run was eventually taken by a sloppy fielding by the wicketkeeper. 2 runs taken. Not the way they would have hoped for. Converting a single to 2 runs. Howzat Pioneers needs to find their fielding back in track. Appeal for LBW, eventually given by the umpire. Oresowo was looking to nick that towards the leg side, but Emeka Okoli has taken the danger man out, and he's 32 of 35 balls. The man who has done extremely well for his side, and lovely piece of bowling there for Emeka Okoli to get the danger man out, as it's going to be 62 for 5, 62 for 6, I beg your pardon, in 12.2 overs. It's 13 overs gone. Oh, that was a chance there. Samuel, the wicket taker, he's back again into the attack from the Court of Appeal end. And that was a half chance. He tried his possible best to catch that. But the batters just sneak a single in. Theophilus is the new batter in, who has just faced two runs. I beg your pardon, has scored 2 runs and faced 4 balls. IMCC needs 62 of 41 balls. Looking to go big on the leg side, but they will sneak in a single of the appeal. An umpire Sukomi Odedele signaling a leg by. Full straight on the onside. Just a single taken.
It's not completely out of the hands of Howzat Pioneers Cricket Club. And it's not completely out of the hands of Ibadan Metropolitan Cricket Club. But they need to do more with the bat. Lovely piece of fielding. Putting the body behind the ball.
Two balls left in this over. Just another single. This time he has a 50-50 chance of taking a run out. What is Bakari trying to do with that? He could have injured himself with his knee. Salim Salah was waiting for the ball to be backed up. Should have just allowed that to go. Oh, I beg your pardon, Salim Mogaji.
They need boundaries. And those boundaries aren't coming. Which makes it the more difficult for them.
Straight to Peter, who was at short covers. And the dots to end the 14th over, 69 for 6.
Samuel Victor, 3 overs he has bowled, conceded 14 runs and has just 1 wicket to his credit.
Let's see if we could just quickly see the bowling scorecard for Howzat Pioneers Cricket Club, just to see if they've been able to pull themselves back from the earlier 10 extras they bowled. They've been able to pull themselves back. They've just only bowled 18 extras altogether. And you can see they have actually done well with Igbemudia having 10 dot balls and Taiwo Hassan Bakari also having 12 balls, dot balls actually. But neither of each of their bowlers have conceded above 20 runs, which means Peter Aregan is managing the bowlers of his side.
Quickly, to add to what you have just said, as early as the second over, they are given 10 extras. And to think that after the 14th over, they've only added 4, which means that they've tidied their bowling.
Returning back into from the pavilion end is Okpeyemi Abdulaziz. He's bowling his 3rd over. Lovely shot straight on the ground. They'll take a single of that. There was not so much power in it. He played with a bit of control for a single. And really, let's be honest with ourselves, Pioneers has been able to cut off those extras. At first, it was a little bit scary. You were already saying that if they continued at that trajectory, they would have gone to 100.
It was right for us to say, because it was now a consistent thing where you are dropping 5 extras in 1 over, an appeal, but the ball will race for 4.
I need to understand why the wicketkeeper didn't stop that. That ball was going down the leg side. He let the ball go, and a boundary has just been scored from an appeal that everybody knew was going down the leg side. there was nothing appealing to that. You can see even from the gesture of the umpire, he was saying that ball was not even threatening the stump. The first duty of the wicketkeeper, Seun, is always to stop the ball, even if you're going to appeal. But Tayo Lawal has just allowed the boundary, which they need per over, to just be done. 4 byes, and that will take them to 74 for 6. Ow, that was an offer. The bowler was unable to finish that. He should have taken that catch. All he needed to do was close his hands, and the single was taken.
And Theophilus Iroma gets a second life. Himself and Emmanuel Oladejo are still batting. They've not contributed much. 11 in between them, and they've combined to face 20 balls.
Up this time, lovely catch there by Samuel. That was a lovely diving catch by the young lad from Edo State. He dived to his left, kept low, threw his body, and a wicket taken there. And Pioneers have taken the 7th wicket in just 14.5 overs. IMCC 75 runs on the board.
It's almost looking done and dusted for Howzat Pioneers, except a miracle happens for IMCC, where they need to get nothing less than 2 big overs to change the complexity of the tie in their favor. But as we speak, they are 75 for 6 after 14.4 overs.
It's going to be 75 for 7, Seun.
Yeah, the current run rate is 5.11, and what is required is 9.75. So what they need in every over is at least 2 boundaries. Will Theophilus, who is still batting, do it?
He has a new man in with him. Just waiting for the scorecard to just update so we can actually have the proper name of the new batter in. Change of bowling, bringing Abdulrazak Opeyemi quick into the attack now has actually done justice. Ayodele Daniel is the new bowler, 52 required and 31 bowls. Oh, so lucky, inner edge. Keeper dived to his left.
They want to go for 2.
I think, oh, the wicket keeper threw to. Keeper had a chance of running out at the bowler's end. He was trying to look for his own wicket. He should have thrown that straight to the bowler. But that's 2 will end the over, as we are now approaching the last 5 overs of this game. 77 for 7 after 15.
Five more overs to go for us to come to the end of today's proceedings in entirety. This morning, leading to the afternoon, we saw GCI lose to Federal Government College Warri Old Student Association, and this is a Division 2 fixture. Later tomorrow in the morning, Rising Stars Cricket Club will be slugging it out with Ibeju Lekki Cricket Club 1. Rising Stars are in search of their first victory at the Super 6 for Division 1. And Ibeju are looking for their 3rd win.
I need to understand why the wicketkeeper was running straight into the batter. There was no threat there. He had a chance to have a backup, even though, yes, we know he needed to back that up, but he needed to be very careful. I hope he's going to be okay. Dayo Lawal, the wicketkeeper of Howzat Pioneers Cricket Club.
And later in the afternoon, a blockbuster game. Had opportunity to have a conversation with some players of Foundation Cricket Club. They said this is a do or die game for them. Looks more like they can't win the Super Six, but if there's any chance of staking a claim in the Super Four, which is a knockout competition, it's a game they cannot afford to lose.
Ogbemudia is the bowler from the Court of Appeal end. It's interesting to say, Shell, every time we go to a cricket ground, the first thing every commentator does is to find a name for each end. That makes your commentary in terms of where the positioning of bowlers are easier for you to identify. I know the last time you went to Abuja, there was the House on the Rock end and there was the Hill end. The same thing has been in, there was the rugby pitch end and there was the bamboo end.
Yeah.
And here it was just, even a Unilag where you and I used to.
Yeah, the other one we have been unable to find a proper name. You know, some will tell you Onike, the appeal by the players of Pioneers, and the umpire says, let's get on with the game. But one thing is sure, we know the football field end, but the other end we've been struggling. Is it the second gate? Is it Iwaya? Is it the ISL? You know, it's quite a lot.
I think there's a new construction of that particular end. Hopefully that will be called the sports hostel.
Yeah.
If that is being constructed by the end of the
we just leave it at the sport
hostel.
Unilag Sport Hostel end.
Yeah.
We just
that saves us
a lot of stress. That saves us a lot of stress. And that would come handy for the Unilag athletes where they have their own hostels strictly for athletes.
And possibly NCF might, or the University of Lagos cricket alumni might take advantage of that. Oh, lovely bowling there by Ogbemudia, trying to look for that yokel end. Because I think there's a memorandum of understanding between alumni and the school.
The Unilag cricket alumni, headed by Mr. Kwesi Sego, former president of the Nigerian Cricket Federation and former president of the African Cricket Association. And so they have an agreement in maintaining that cricket pitch, which has 6 strips.
Lovely shot.
Theophilus needs to understand that they need to score runs, and so the first one has to be quick if there's any hope of them.
Let's take ourselves away from this game and then talk about one information that was actually divulged out yesterday by, I beg your pardon, day before yesterday, by the president of the Nigerian Cricket Federation on Super Sport Variety. Oh, lovely shot on the ground, straight towards long off, and they will go for a single. The president is said, and I quote, there is going to be a tournament sometime next year where he's looking to have a Nigerian Premier League. He hasn't gotten the full format here. He's probably thinking of top clubs or top players or top teams to play. What do you think of that, Sean?
No, he simply put it as a competition that will be reminiscent of what you see in the Tata IPL. It's in the 17th edition, and you know that it's a competition that is organized by the Board of Control of Cricket in India. It's one of the biggest competition. You'll talk about the biggest competition in the world. Aside from the World Cups that usually happen, you look forward to the IPL, where you have 10 teams, you know, jostling for one title with so much money. We know of teams that have been successful at the tournament, the likes of Chennai Super Kings, who have won it 5 times, same as Mumbai Indians. Don't forget Gujarat Titans also, you know, so Sunrise Hyderabad. So they are looking in that direction, something very huge, something very big. Remember when he got on the seat of power, they ensured that the competition in Edo State was intense, and so this one is reminiscent of that kind of competition, and we can't wait to see it happen because we have clamored for it, that we must see something very great.
You're definitely right, Sean. That's one tournament a lot of us actually want to see, because we need to understand the best players in Nigeria need to slug it out against each other. That way, a lot of players would justify the reason why they are being put up in the national team, because a lot of people are saying that some players in the national team are just there based on...
Oh, lovely shot. That's 4 runs any day, anytime. 4 runs any day, anytime.
The boundaries are gradually coming, Sheon.
Yeah, but looks like it's still Howzat Pioneers game to lose, but they will need more of that. Abdulaziz Okpeyemi is into his final over. Oh, he does what he needed to do, and that was a brilliant bowling there to bring the total wicket to 8. Another important thing we need to emphasize that they also spoke about is the development that is happening across board, from Lagos to Port Harcourt to Kaduna to Oyo, and we just talked about the qualifiers that is taking place at the Unilag Cricket Oval, which comes to an end tomorrow, and from the feelers reaching us from that end, it's going to be Lagos versus Ekiti in the final that is due to start by 9 o'clock. So the place to be tomorrow is TBS as well as Unilag Cricket Oval. One is a final, the other one to a final before final, whichever way you want to put it. Rising Stars Cricket Club versus Ibejule Cricket Club 1 is more like a big final also. Island Titans Cricket Club and FCC is another final. You know why I'm saying this? The twist about it is, about me, a team can go back to back losing. Island Titans lost their previous game against GCI. FCC lost their previous game against, I think it's against GCI.
GCI also, yeah GCI.
So the two teams lost against GCI, and that made it back-to-back wins for GCI after coming from that loss against Ibejule Cricket Club 1. So a team can actually go 2-0 down. I mean, losing 2 straight matches.
Yeah, definitely. But where all eyes will be on that crucial game next week, Sunday, which will be brought to you live on this station, on the social media handle, Island Titans against the Ibejule Cricket Club. If both sides win tomorrow's game, it's going to be a decider on who's going to clinch at least one hand on that trophy. GCI, on the other hand, will just be onlookers. Lovely shots there by Precious INE.
Don't forget. I know that you rightly put it, but the twist about this Super 6 is that anything is capable of happening. If they defeated GCI, GCI went on to beat FCC and Island Titans, and FCC beat Ibejule Cricket Club. So the team that is currently topping temporarily, which is FGC Warri, have their last game against Island Titans Cricket Club. You know, so anything can still happen.
Anything can still happen, and even in the Division 2 angle, MRI Warriors are currently topping the table for Division 2, and they are closely followed by a team. Just get that information shortly. And they're closely followed by Ibadan Metropolitan Cricket Club. But if Pioneers defeat them, that defeats IMCC, which looks very 100% visible, Pioneers might go top of the table with a very huge net. They might go top of the table with a very good, huge. Maybe not the best net run rates, because MRI still has a game tomorrow to play for.
You could say that again, and of course, back to the game that has 3 more overs to go. The current run rate is 5.12, and what is required is 40 runs in 18 balls. You can say that if this were to be IPL, this is doable, this is possible. Yeah, because statistics in the IPL have shown that the number of runs that are scored in the last 5 overs has been unbelievable.
It's more like the number of runs played in the last 5 overs is almost equal to the number of runs played in the first power play of the IPL. Samuel Victor into the attack from the Court of Appeal end to bowl his last over. First ball he bowled was a dot ball. Olumide Akintoko is the last batter for Ibadan Metropolitan. Oh, Peter dropped that catch. He's just saying that his vision was actually quite bad, but I think he did not actually position himself well. Very well played, sensible playing, but couldn't find the gap.
It does. It daps the ball.
Straight on the ground. Dimeji, who was at mid-wicket, couldn't stop that. Long gun will come into play, but the batters could only go for a single.
'89 for 8. Just maybe if they get to century, they would give themselves a pat on the back. IMCC, that it wasn't a complete massacre from Howzat Pioneers.
A run-out chance there, but Peter Aregan was a little bit sloppy with his fielding. Couldn't pick up that ball to run out the batters, but they took advantage of that. Full straight now, this time towards long off for a single.
And that's the end of the over for Samuel Victor. But more importantly, the end of the 18th over. 91 for 8. They need 18 runs. And they have 12 balls left. 36 runs. They are currently on 5.06.
The run rate keeps jacking up, Sean. The run rate is around the 18 runs per over. And jersey number 34 for Howzat Pioneers Cricket Club, in person of Emeka Okoli, will be bowling the 19th over. At this point, Pioneers is rightfully safe to actually bring in a spin bowler for the 19th over. Maybe it's safe to say that Pioneers has, one way or the other, won this game.
You can say that again.
Except if force majeure just happens, or a miracle somewhere.
If a force majeure happens, we will revert to Dr. Lewis method, and it's in favor of Howzat Pioneers.
Now
White ball.
The extras are back again. It went silent at some point, but now it seems like it's back into the game. But at this point, it might just be in favor of Pioneers. Good comeback there from Emeka Okoli for just a single. I beg your pardon, for just a dot ball. Oh, good fielding there from Slip. But the batters will still scramble for a single. Straight towards mid-wickets, but they'll go for a single. The fielder was quite lucky that the batters didn't go for the second one, because he held the ball too long in his arms. And he had the chance to go for the second, but they just held the ball and just said 1 run is enough. Oh, lovely square cut. 2 balls left before we call it the end of the 19th over and possibly the last 6 balls of the innings and of the game. Oh, he gives himself room towards the leg side. Would that be a boundary? Yes, it is a boundary. Lovely shots there by Theophilus, giving himself room. Played it towards the leg side. Lovely boundary.
And Theophilus has faced 18 balls and scored 13 runs. Not completely a bad return, but unfortunately those scores won't affect Howzat Pioneers from winning this game. They are on 99 for 8, 18.5 overs.
I think that ball actually hit him on the box because the way he came out, obviously it actually did hit him on the box.
About 19 overs gone, and with 19 overs gone, it's safe to say it's gone also for Howzat Pioneers. This game is gone, and they have to think about the next game. And this game is gone for Ibadan Metropolitan Cricket Club. They need to think about the next game.
Who will be bowling the 20th over and the last 6 balls of the Division 2 Super 6 game match between Ibadan Metropolitan Cricket Club and Howzat Pioneers Cricket Club. Howzat Pioneers back in the days was a force to reckon with, where you had the likes of Endurance Ofe, Monikoyi Ademola, Muritala Afolabi, Oname Ogenekewe, Joseph Eshwa, Tamuno John, Bejide Jide. Those were forces to reckon with. And not to forget the man who, without bowling the ball, can destroy you psychologically and mentally in terms of Olisa Egwatu, aka Passarella.
This looks like a ball that will race for a 4. Absolutely. And spot on, I got it. They are now on 103. 103 for 8.
$103 for 8 in just 19.1 overs. I don't think at this point in time it really matters, because what is required now is 24 or 5 balls, except if back-to-back 6s can just possibly happen. Pushes it towards Bakari at point, but he'll go for a single.
IMCC will also say to themselves that but for some sloppy fielding that we had in the first innings, it was a game we could have restricted our opponent to probably 100 or 110, but they gave away too many things. Skies it up. This looks like no man's land, and they look like they want to go for 2. Yes, they do. Theophilus doing all he can just to salvage a situation, though it's already done and dusted. Howzat Pioneers have claimed victory, but then they want to ensure that the runs that Pioneers had to win wasn't that much. Can they go for 2? Just 1. But then they are taking on Ogbemudia Eweka.
2 balls left to be bowled in this over, and possibly the end of the innings.
2 more balls for this over to end. 2 more balls for this game to end.
Emphasis, 2 good balls.
Again.
Safe to say that Pioneers has won this game. No
Yes, they
matter
have.
what happens at this point, I don't see IMCC coming out of this. What is required is just 19 off the very last ball.
The worst that can happen is for a Waker to bowl a bad ball and is hit for 6, which still does not make up for the 19 that is required. But unfortunately, no run.
And a run out. A run out to end the game, Shale. 108 for the loss of 9 wickets in 20 overs.
Now, let's talk about where this game was lost. Imagine what Benga Balale did in the batting crease, the number of balls he faced, and the number of runs he scored, it wasn't commensurate with what was required, and one of the reasons they are losing this game, or they lost this game. But at the end of the day, we have to congratulate Team Howzat Pioneers for winning by 19 runs. And what a sweet victory this is for Howzat Pioneers, led by their captain, Peter Regan. But we have to commend our umpires for today. Umpire Sukomi Odedele and Taiwo Oladunjoye. The handshake is currently going on, and that's what you are seeing on your screen. Once again, we told you about what is going to happen tomorrow. Everywhere you turn to here in Lagos, it's all cricket, from male cricket to female cricket. And for tomorrow's game in the morning here at the Tafawa Balewa Cricket Oval, the Division 1 Super 6 competition, Ibadan Cricket Club won, the defending champion, that was Rising Stars Cricket Club. And later in the afternoon, that looks like a better fixture and a bigger fixture, and that will be Island Titans Cricket Club versus Foundation Cricket Club. I'm sure that if you are to pay to watch a game, you have to pick that one. Looks like a cracking game where the two captains, Sunil for Island Titans, and of course David Ankra for FCC, need to get their team back on track. And this is the match summary of what happened today. Pioneers batted first. They scored 126 runs for a lot of 4 wickets in 20 overs. Ayinde Oladimeji, the best batter, scoring 54 runs off 51 balls. Samuel Victor scored 34 runs in 28 balls. Olumide Ajao contributed 19 runs with the bat after facing 20 balls. But for the bowling, Ayodele Daniel, 2 wickets for 20 runs in 4 overs. Precious Ayeni, 1 wicket for 27 runs in 4 overs. David Babalola, 1 wicket for 24 runs in 3 overs. And for the batting in the second innings, Ibadan Metropolitan Cricket Club, 108 runs for loss of 9 wickets in 20 overs. Oreson Wufemi, 32 runs off 35 balls. Theophilus Hiroma, 16 runs off 22 balls. Ayodele Daniel, 10 runs off 6 balls. And for the bowling side, Abdulaziz Okpeyemi was the best bowler, 4 wickets for 20 runs in 4 overs. Taiwo Hassan Bakari, 1 wicket for 18 runs in 4 overs. And Emeka Okolie, 1 wicket for 22 runs in 4 overs. That's how things panned out. And of course, you now get to see the player of the match. And the player of the match went to Abdulaziz Okpeyemi of Pioneers Cricket Club. 4 overs, he bowled, no maiden, considered 20 runs, had 4 wickets, and an economy rate of 5.00. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Tafawa Balewa Cricket Oval, venue for today's blockbuster game between Government College Ibadan Old Boys Cricket Club, who went into today's game as the leader on the board, but were dethroned by Federal Government College Warri Old Student Association with that 5-wicket victory. And this second fixture you saw was the Division 2 fixture, where Howzat Pioneers defeated their opponent, Ibadan Metropolitan Cricket Club, by 19 runs. Tomorrow, like we said, just a quick reminder, here in the morning, Rising Stars Cricket Club, who are bottom of the log, versus Ibadan Cricket Club 1. And later in the afternoon, Island Titans Cricket Club versus Foundation Cricket Club. And at the Unilag Cricket Oval, it is the Cricket Championship qualifier for Southwest teams. And tomorrow is the big final. It's Lagos versus Ekiti at 9 o'clock. Ladies and gentlemen, your final words about me before we go.
And that's the size, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching, and we hope you join us next week or tomorrow for a blockbuster.
Thank you very much, Abayomi. And to all our viewers watching all over the world, we say thank you. Without you, there can't be us. From wherever you are watching us from, be it London, be it Lagos, be it India, be it Afghanistan, wherever, we say a big thank you to you. And we thank you for always keeping faith with us. We promise to continue to give you the best. God bless you.